Grant us renewed strength, favor, joy, love, and inner peace as we seek your face. Be our strong rock and house of defense this day, that whatever we say will glorify your name, for henceforth and even forevermore. Amen.
Register, can you please call? Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome back. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still under oath. Madam Chair, I now have the honor to hand over the witness to you.
Good morning, Mr. Jawara.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Commissioners and Honorable Chairperson. Mr. Jawara, are you going to proceed with in Mandinka or in English language?
Yeah, in Mandinka, but before we continue, I would want to raise a point of privilege.
All right.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair?
You can go.
Yeah, I want to raise on a point of privilege.
Yes.
I would like to speak in English, then from there we can proceed with Mandinka. Madam Chair, I am here today to give my testimony to this Honorable Commission, which I anticipated long time ago, and I supported it since the inception. I am a political activist. I am a politician as well. I criticize so many things in this country, but I have never ever criticized this commission because it's a cause that I was anticipating. And this is something that I told the new CEO when he came to council, that there will be a commission one day. Let him be very careful of whatever he's doing. And today I'm here with no reservation against anybody here. You cannot find that in any of my comments or my conversation. I have no intention to disrespect this Honorable Commission or anybody else here. But what I would like to inform the Honorable Commission is that I am here to give my testimony, not to convince the commissioners or the council, but to give the information that I have. That information will be used by the commission to make their judgment. And also to inform you that I came here just day before yesterday to submit my statement. And yesterday I started the proceeding. I would like to inform you that I have not been privileged to get any rule of procedures regarding this commission, which entail how procedures are carried on here, or my rights as a witness. But I believe that you being the chairperson, reading your biography, that you know that you are presiding over us here, which my protection is on you. I should be protected by you. My rights should be protected by you. I'm not here to seek for any respect, but what I will be seeking is my right to be guaranteed as per the Constitution. This is what I have to say, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Mr. Jawara, what you have said is noted. The Commission have rules that have been gazetted, and these rules are basically on the procedures of how this commission is to handle its matters. And we believe that we've not had any issues because we believe we've been applying the principles of fair hearing and applying what the rules say. Even though we don't read the rules because it's bulky, we cannot. But if you are interested, we can give you a copy of the rules. You can contact the registrar and he can avail you the said rules.
Okay.
So, but we believe that whatever we are doing and what we are doing and what we will be doing is guided by the rules. Whether we explain to the witness or not, that is what we are applying. So, and nobody will be an exception. So anybody that comes here, you are guaranteed that your rights will be protected, and the rights, the commission also will protect the rights of the councils that are discussing the issues with any witness that sits before us. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, just as a matter of reminder to everybody that the commission is a court sitting. It has the same powers like any court. And it has powers to commit anybody that it believes had gone beyond board. We have committal proceedings. You know, if we believe that you have gone overboard, we will not hesitate to apply the law to the fullest. So I just want to remind once more, it's a court, and that is why I normally intervene for there to be decorum. Right? Thank you. Council, can we proceed?
Good morning once again to the Honorable Commissioners and everyone present. Mr. Jawara,
Yes.
you will be speaking in Mandinka, you said?
Sure.
All right, now I will ask you a few questions that I asked yesterday, just to have the records clear.
Ako sa men kala bayri kono ni ajube nyini kar do be nyini karol kono ay men ken hansan alafta kawo sen kanke kote ke police aje ko na record solo stilin no le wala si seneano.
What did you say your educational background is?
Ako folo ako ila londo ye men fonun kunu ko ila karango danta min tole.
I'm not around under senior school, but currently ngavo jambe diploma ke on a public administration, and also
My education is from a senior higher senior secondary school, and from there I am now heading with a diploma.
the cybersecurity for which I apply Toronto School of Management.
And I applied
Toronto School of Management.
Toronto School of Law Management.
So currently your qualification would be senior secondary school, is that correct?
Yeah.
Ako signing kumu senior secondary school wala mitela londo di follow. Yemen soto.
Please, your answer, please.
Yes.
Yes, so we're discussing the issues regarding the audit report, the system audit.
Ako ni ajube nakachabe kumu menti olem system audit report.
That was conducted for Basa Area Council for the year 2021.
Mi about ya tamandi nung basi sango ikame for the year 2021.
Have you had opportunity to see the system audit?
Ako for inata kaito ni wala report on nje ifaiba. Yes, I do.
Have you seen the part that you were said to have withdrawn together with the CEO and the finance director an amount of $100,000 from Sabi Ward?
Ako report ko no ni ajube tunkumo bije mi yala ko ite fango to bota jele ko ite CEO and director of finance atolle tata ko do bondi banko to mi yala ko Sabi Ward la ko dolem ako foye je fana jele. Yes, I do.
So now I will read to you what the auditor said.
Ako sign auditor la ko makango afango bina wale karanna ifango ya mo ye memfo.
And I will also want to hear your own version.
andu nabota wala ila moyro kola fana bela fala ka moy munebe kala ila jabi rose.
Do you understand that, sir?
Akoy je fahamne. Yes, I do.
On page 46, it says, during the review, we noted that the council withdrew monies from the ward development accounts from Bajakunda, Gambisara, and Sabi ward.
Ako ate kamem fo hol kamem fo ten auditole meitande ko to la ci sisiro kono kabiri aje inata je ko
monies were withdrawn from Bajakunda, Gambisara, and Sabi ward.
ako jele la ci sisiro nata itande la ko do le sorta mi yalon ko ya bondile atlandi dulato wala mu withdraw bank ko do ya withdraw jele mi yalon ko do menu tamo wala mu kawilolti memu Sabi ward Bajakunda and Gambisara
without following due process.
ako la ci sisiro meitande wala mu imansilos noma anyama menyanta pour ko do bondi.
That the CEO, finance director, and their respective councillors
ako ate CEO, financial director, and in councilor menebije
withdrew from the ward development account to finance council's activity without informing their ward development committee.
ako nyinna itandi ko a wo molde wala muneke tata ko do bondi bankol to mi alon ko kabilol le tamu andu ima foye fanko ntol sulata la kodola.
So for Sabi ward, which you were the councillor,
ako din nata Sabi ward andu Sabi kra itela tundoti mi alon ko ila itelem councilor ye
the amount is $100,000.
ako kodo mi alon ko alia bondi ye atata fo wili kemekling.
Do you agree with the findings of the audit report?
ako nyinne kata kalamol timi yalon ko kisis lalo ila report on nyineti kamen fo audit report ako so nyin kalmol ya moyle ya isonta la banko akata wala nyama ba
sontale kodo withdraw tale 100,000 bari man song cover procedure man follow.
Yes, I agree that there was a withdrawal of $100,000, but I did not agree to the allegation that we don't follow the due process.
Why did you say you do not agree with the fact that you do not follow procedure?
Ako dali jumala soto member tina ba fola ko ite man song wol kamen foten ko alman silo noma.
Because procedure man caring.
Because there is no procedure.
Kata wolungo fana ka bula fo bi.
From that very day till date.
Muya longo abe suffering ka fo ni council fango lafta kodo use la wo account holdo.
Which is written to say if council want to use monies from those said accounts.
What procedure le nyanta follow la?
That is the procedure we should follow.
Na manke procedure mun ya landi wodo da mankang ni wodo be kodo tala wo kautot.
Apart from the procedure that is laid for the ward, if the ward need monies to withdraw from the bank.
What is the procedure laid down if the ward wants to withdraw monies from the account?
Ako ni kabilol sotota wala tundu lafte la kodo bondi la bank. Ako sila juma le biji al kamen samba.
Okay, sila juma ndekata. Ndeka silo munta.
The procedure I take.
Wala mnyenti ko janinga kodo withdraw for any ward development committee no sotondile nina ward committee members all nga request of finance fele nga make sure fana executive members all your request was sign to show that they authorize the payment.
My way that I use whenever I want to withdraw monies, that of the community, what I normally do, I call the meeting, community meeting. There we write a request, and from there we call the councillors to assure them that, or let them know that we want to withdraw the monies from the community.
Why is there the need to inform the committee and then they will now come up with a request before the withdrawal? Why is that important?
Ako muna mu adaloti wala muna ati na kumayata puru ni be kodo bondi la kome ya fo nyameng ika je kabilol mol kumandi ka foye ni ka cha dandal be request anu nal bota je alkana request o safe wala mu ka safe ko ntulu tusula tanyin nangam la mbela nyine kala
ya ndeya fil ka fo wala nyanda kala do na reportol bi jamu ya yitande councilol ka kodol withdrawal unilaterally ini la community bukata bari nde ngaje ko wala nyanda be kuo kuto ay tari transparency ninna mol fana yata apply.
Well, for me, my purpose of doing so is that I just want things to be transparent. This is why whenever I'm withdrawing money, I do as I said. But yes, of course, there are certain councillors who used to withdraw monies bilaterally without contacting the community. And the monies to be paid, and council never say anything.
So,
and if you see to it that that is too is allowed.
Will those councillors not be wrong, and will you not be right to make sure that the monies that belongs to the community, you get back to the community to inform them or to come up with a request, because the money belongs to the community. So for those councillors that are withdrawing money by themselves, do you not think that would be wrong, and what you were doing was the right thing?
Akoni ajube ite ya for manyameng fangoka menke aning council dol mi ala ko yo le kumu fo janko wol fadan kam silo menta akoni ajube al mo flolo nin kumu jumale be ku kendo ke kam bari ni ajube ite la silo ni mol saje wala mu ku kendo di bari ko do ite tante kabilo le tam so ko do ni be bulu la lisula ta fema fenna je anyanta le pro ni kabilo le kacha ko mi fango ya foko ita e ka wala ke wala nyama so asa ita la ko ite tale betata bari wo council doli kamen foko wol ko do tale amari ñol bu ka kalamta wo manke siloti fo silole.
General Council le failta ila duties wala tina wo ko nyinka ke wonya.
Yes, this happened because of the failure of the General Council.
Because imam procedure landi,
because no procedure was led
pour ka safe as a resolution
for those monies to be written as a resolution
ka yitandi ko kodo nyanta bola o silola
to show the way the monies should be withdrawn.
So ya bula momon dimbulu
whoever is responsible.
No, ya bula momon dimbulu council bulu.
If they leave any council or give to any council.
Puru nabe kodo bolela imma be request on at la but request on nying ibuka verify for meeting minutes bijele bang for executive members only have signed neba itel ni councilor ya signed wrong, they are fine with it. So
whenever those councillors come, they only bring what they normally call the request. But at the council, they don't mind to go through to see whether these requests have minutes from the community's meetings or so ever. They never do that. All they are interested is to see that council have initiated his signature on the said request. That's all.
So what you are saying is a good information. That if councillors are withdrawing money, unilaterally, and there are no rules set out by the General Council, that may be a failure on the General Council's part. But you as a councillor, for Sabi Ward, you knew that you had to go and get the request, and that was why you adopted that procedure. Because you felt it was the right thing to do.
Yes.
And for those councillors who are unilaterally withdrawing monies from their own ward, from their own wards, without informing their ward committees, without a request being made, the monies did not belong to them, so they cannot decide by themselves alone how to spend the money. Is that not the case?
That is the truth.
Now, that is when the ward wants to spend the money. Now, if the area council wants to spend the money, with your experience of being a councillor, What steps should the finance director or the CEO take if they want to spend council's funds?
Okay, council step ngaro better back.
I'm grateful about this question. This question is very important.
Because ndefa personally nga template order
Me myself personally, I made a template
ka submit to general council.
which I submitted to the General Council
Kafo the financial disbursement system mumbe area council.
to say the financial disbursement system in the council.
Ndem man qualification also.
I have no qualification,
But ma understand is a proper way.
but I don't understand that is a proper way
Because there is nothing like vote control system today.
because there is no vote control system therein.
Iganyi mumbe for budget 10. Wo it just
All what you said about this budget is just like
budget today.
there's no budget.
Kodol kata bank le,
The monies are taken to the banks.
kodol ka spend.
The way that is monies are spent.
Budget buka control.
The budget is never controlled.
For instance,
For instance,
ila budget
your budget,
yanda timeline ne dila.
you need to have a timeline for it.
Major projects, capital project,
Major projects, capital projects,
livelihood projects,
livelihood projects,
support votes.
support vote,
Well, yanda timeless otela.
they need to have time.
Like for example, is up from January
For instance, like from January
to March.
to March,
Maybe me focus la major project only.
maybe our focus will be the major projects.
Project any request mun nada.
But any project request that came,
Mumu livelihood project le.
and that is a livelihood project.
Umanyana kodo manyana dunawolo.
But for monies, we should not spend money therein.
Then as it start from March,
Then it starts from March,
maybe June, July,
maybe June, July.
I'll see supporter.
We can take support.
Then by end of the year,
By the end of the year,
then I'll see livelihood project all implement.
we can implement the livelihood projects.
Niye nyininka wala nyanda kela
If you ask me, that is the way it should be.
adun defa ngoye na time ta ko draft
And myself, I took time to draft that,
and I not present to the general council,
and which was presented to the General Council.
but anene follow.
But that have never been followed.
So ndela miro to niye nyininka kodol nyanda spend na nyame.
So my own thinking, if you ask me how the money should be spent,
And control system ne sotola.
it needs to have a control system.
Muya longo ni request wol binamba jubela fo nyin request wala wato sida le wala la wato man.
Therefore, we can see any request, any time we go at request, we will know whether this is his time or not
Janning koro be dispose.
before we dispose the
So
financial.
nyina mndela miro de kodol nyanda dispose la nyame.
These are my thinkings, how the money should be disposed.
So part of your worries or your problems in Basi Area Council
Ako sa ini ajube itala jakalolu anila dengo Base Area Council.
from what I get from your explanation,
Kome ite kamen foto ngibe men sata kam ate men jeje wala men soto ila kumoto.
and again, don't hesitate to correct me if it is wrong.
Andu fana ba ma ko ila bela men fola data almobiye isa atilinda wala isa fa be beke.
Is that in Basi Area Council there were no rules or regulations being followed, especially by the council or by the management?
Ako sa niye meitandi wolem ko Base Area Council imang luwa landi je mi ko nyanda tamala nyame wala silo itolu councilolu aning ila administrative.
And in fact, that will prompt you to make effort to bring out regulations, to draft regulations, to make sure at least there are rules to be followed.
Ako wo batina isaje ko isafero ke ka itandi ko na dogo jiro jang luwal membe jang wala nga singol me so simfal men so nyanda tamala nyame nyanta o normal.
Is that the case?
Ako amunda ka dole jama.
Wala mtonyati.
That is the truth.
Go ahead, please proceed.
Council man interest rule of procedure.
The council is not interested in the rule of procedure.
Council man interest rule of law.
He is not interested in the rule of law.
Alenya actual mul bejete.
All these actors you see, you saw.
Ibe councilor dol nyin ngala nene meje.
If you ask the councillors, some of them never seen them.
Nyin staff sol ibe nyin ngala nene me read.
Some of the staffs, you'll ask them, they will have said, I will have never read it.
Iman regard soto nyin lual.
They don't have regard about this law.
But the painest part, kuomo ya longa endimi back.
But the most finished part which makes me angry is that
momu ya lonko among specialization soto ko kuto.
somebody who knows have no specialization in any way.
I efforts ke aina general council ka fonga nying apply.
He made his effort, came to the General Council and said to them, let us apply this.
Ika wulle eta.
They just rise up and go.
Because not how to call it, standing order the follow a draft.
The standing order, I personally drafted.
Nana the General Council.
I brought it to the General Council.
For the proceedings mulia longo ibeke kanje.
To show that the proceedings that have been used therein,
it's wrong.
It's very wrong.
Because in temol allow la komika ke bantabat kachat.
Because we cannot take that to make it as a bantaba chat.
Fair debate bukake.
There is no fair debate.
Everybody can just get up yediam.
Everybody can get up and talk.
Mundiate, no timing, nothing.
Whatever you want, no problem.
No ethic committee.
No ethic committee.
Pour more discipline.
To discipline people.
Pour more for the meeting also.
For people to come to attend.
Because the council told you, "Niye nyinga imang kabring 2018 niya konti 15 minutes imake meeting imake council."
There are certain councils, if they are questioned since 2018, they have never spent in a meeting for 15 minutes.
If a council is sitting, na sita demanding, I will allowance what I say.
You can see whenever a meeting is called, council will come, present himself for a few minutes, go and collect his allowance and leave.
I have to intervene in the chair lumen.
Any day I chaired, I need to intervene.
Council will tajang. Kabe say la problem also to alkanajo allowance.
And whoever, any council who rise here to say that he got a problem, let him not receive his allowance.
Standing order, councilor will tell it.
This standing order, all councillors rise.
Yentu steering.
They left me sitting.
Kabringa present lumen.
When I presented the
because equated mang interest.
All what they said is they are not interested.
So these are the kind of information we need. Because the idea is you have the area council to serve the people. That revenue is collected from the people. And so it must benefit the people. So if you are making that effort, it doesn't matter whether your highest qualification is grade 12 or 9. You live with the people in the ward, in the area council, and so that's why you're making those efforts. So that things will go the right way for the benefit of the people living in the country. And for the entire country at large. So you'll be surprised to even know that there are rules governing the area councils. There's a local government act. You have the finance and audit act. You have the finance manual. And so if the area council or the management will disregard all of this, that is why we will need people like you to understand under what circumstances it was done and why it was done. So that today the knowledge you have had in area council and what you will get from here will further enrich you and the people that are listening and everyone present. So now the management of the area council, the finance director, the CEO, there is a way that they should spend the council's funds.
CEO and the director of finance,
so that it would not be wasted. So when the auditor said that the 3 wards, together with the CEO, the finance director, and the councillors withdrew money,
ako san yin tundu sabolo ngamel to fo jang ning auditor sol na ta fo ko ba CEO, director of finance, and councillor dolu wala chamsun tanyola itata ka wala kablo la ko do bondi
without following due process,
and we man silo nova.
it does not mean they have committed fraud.
Ako amanke ko be tapale wala silo le tame alan ko tapale silo le.
It may mean that you don't understand the procedure.
Ako asekeno iman silo fang le sute no ima long fang yanta tapala ni silo mel.
If that is the case,
Nata walem.
we will tell you what the law says.
Iba fole lo abe ka mem fo yanta tapala nyame.
If there is evidence of fraud,
Ako nata fana tapala ya da bi fo senada wo itanita.
we will tell you.
Iba fole.
But we will not tell you that you have committed fraud when you have not committed fraud.
Ako boy ta fole ko tapale le ke jemi alan wala ya ta wa traite make.
But we will also tell you if you have committed fraud as well.
Para fana ne ake ba fole ne.
That is why when we understand under what circumstance the withdrawals were made,
Ako kabri ya kalam tale ko ha ko do de ya bondi dum bankul tole.
you may be well advised as to what were the rules or what are the rules that govern the withdrawals of funds.
Ako je membi je wala mfoke ya Amerika itandi la kodo ni ba bondi la nyanta silo mental.
We had asked this question to the finance director and the CEO.
Ako finance director fa be siri nyanga nyinin ka nyin kumola CEO na ta sita janga nyinin ka nyin kumola.
They admitted that how they withdrew the money was wrong.
Ako ito lo fa sontale mo frol be sonta janne ko to nyala mu ye silo menta ka nyin ko dol be bondi anin silo manta amang keko.
Whilst finance may not be your expert, may your expertise,
Ako ni ajube askeno ite dum na frol la nyana la funti nyawo manke la siloti.
the finance director, that is his expertise.
Ako bat ni ajube ni amo finance director wala mat la siloti ate la karango mu walti
And the CEO.
anu CEO fa.
So they will know how they will make you withdraw money is wrong or is right.
Bari tol mo frol bari alondo be bulle wol dum ya kalam tale wala jantale ka kalam ta ko be silo mento ka ko do bondi ani silo manta.
Now back to the main question.
Ako sa ngamuru ngani ka famola.
What did they say they needed the money for when they approached you for it to be withdrawn?
Ako sa follow alafte dame fa wolem ko ji mo fulo ka bri fuda tema. Ite ko ndingo membe sirinteng ye mune fo ko wala mi la suloti pour kalta aleta ko do bondi.
Okay. Imoflo man nankang the same time.
Both of them appear to me at the same time.
Imoflo man nankang.
Okay, both of them did not appear to me in the same time.
CEO len call.
I was called by CEO.
Akonyo ko protocol mulbe council bulu.
He said to me that the projects that are on the council,
Nyanda wolle finance la, nyanda bagasol sanna pour ka wodo ko le complete.
we need to buy goods to finance. We need to finance that projects by buying goods to complete those projects.
Aya fonye ka fo payment project go be kerine anin council kono because nga office extensional fole.
He said to me that there is a pavement project and council too, we have some renovation therein.
Mul nyanda finance la.
Which are to be financed.
Because project wall nun come aliaje nyame procurement buka follow.
Because of, if you see the projects as you see, the procurement is not followed.
Council found like a kodota ka bagasol sa ka whole project will implement.
It is council themselves who used to take monies and go and buy the items and complete or use the projects.
So was situation auto pour ka bagasol sang ka project will implement under them, not to give it to a contractor, but it will implement ka.
But that is the way they take monies, as I said, to buy items to implement, not but they themselves implement. That is the reason.
Because as general council approve.
I know that is something that we know we the general council have approved it.
And 2 years account.
And these monies in these accounts, they were there for 2 good years. We did not spend them. And if you ask me about why it is there for 2 years, I will tell you the reasons why.
But because of project okay, fine.
Yes, but because of our monies, and I know there are projects that need to be implemented.
But
But I assure them that when they take these monies, whenever accounts have monies in the accounts, they will refund our monies before we need the monies.
So
this is my reasons why those monies were withdrawn.
So at the time that the monies were withdrawn, were you just acting based on the CEOs or the finance director, especially the CEOs, what that you know that they will pay back the money?
Ako sa ko don yin kabirabe don to kan fo mo fulo la ko molem ban fo CEO la ko makangole me ilata no wala ko don yimbe jolale.
It's not a CEO la kuma kamala. Director man they approach.
Yes, I believe the CEOs because director did not approach me.
Now, will it be fair to say you were taking a risk personally to trust the CEO's words regarding the refund of the monies?
Ako fo sa fo no ku ite ku le ke mi alon ko amman koy pour because of menketa mo kiline diamte ko mba jolale is on tale wala ilata.
Nga risk ka tale killing.
One, yes, I took the risk. One.
Nga lon ne CEO be mo be la korodo molale bari tente la korodo.
And I know that CEO will take people's money or eat people's money except myself.
All right. Now, are you familiar with the finance and accounting manual?
Ako first time na fulo landinya anata mandinya o ina buko ina ben for financial manual. Ako for ku kala butajere bang.
Yeah, nana da kula regarding the time to time ka ajubele nimbina debate la on any issue related to finance.
Yes, wherever there is an event or an issue, before we gather or before we do something, I used to glance or I go through.
Yes, so I will now give you the finance and accounting manual so that you read 504, page 35. Then we can have a discussion. Do you have it with you?
I was having the soft copy, but
let me avail you.
Akosa menkela mente ko ko kala mbe buko le fenkle ngawo itande la manual oni fango ya karang ay no mani me.
Control of expenditure. So please kindly read 504 with respect to control of expenditure.
Ako sa inko bibe ya karang molia moy ko me depenso janta kala jamen ala number men for wolem 544.
Control of expenditure. The Director of Finance is directly responsible for the control of expenditure. He is personally responsible for the control of all votes and liable for any unauthorized expenditure. He or she shall ensure the following. The expenditure of the council shall be within the approved estimate. All payments made must follow due process as stated in this chapter. For all expenditure, appropriate payment vouchers must be completed by finance staff. The payment vouchers must be accompanied by the appropriate supporting document such as purchase order, original, invoice, bill, debt note, time sheet, goods received note, receipt, invoice, payroll, etc.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, so for the CEO and the finance director,
Ako sa CEO and finance director.
this is the process that the law says they should follow.
Ako yeben karante nyinde musiloti wala nyinde landi nyati mi yalon ko itoldi be o sifa kala nyanta nyinde normal.
You have read in fact that the law says that they are even personally liable for unauthorized expenditure.
Ako ifang la karanto ina ta itandi ko itolu fango wa keta molti mi yalon ko ni depanso ke mi yalon ka ni silo manta amunta ko wo itolu fango la kunkun.
And paragraph B, you have also read, it says all payments made must follow due process as stated in the chapter.
Andung ifango na ta karanje ka itandi ko joro wante paso department keta anyanta tamana ning asilola.
So that council cannot just spend money anyhow, they have to raise payment vouchers for the necessary payment.
Ako ibaje la ko wala na council imanyan na ko do depense la nyaaw ma me mendiate itoli hani de nyanta le ka vouchers wolu bondi.
This you may have known, you may not have known.
Ako asikeno itebin besiri ndenga asikeno ya lonne wala asikeno ma lonno.
But the finance director, they knew about this and they admit that they were wrong in how they withdrew the money.
ako bare tole mo fulo CEO and finance director wol ya kalam tale ko nyi silo le laring andi ma o silo ta andi kabrina ta ja isontale ko itolu ma ki ku.
Did they follow this process?
Ako fo nyi silo no madam.
Actually, ma kalam.
I am not aware.
Did they show you any payment voucher regarding this particular withdrawal?
Ako nyi kodo e membondi fo e voucher itandi la banka fo ko nyi voucher o kodo nga membondi jana wala a voucher.
No,
not at all.
Did you knew at the time that this process was to be followed?
Ako fo ite wotumo ya kalam tale num kabral ba kan ko silale be laare wala mi silote nyantale ka wala noma.
Ningalo num detakela.
Hadn't I knew it, I will never do it.
Because law ko kufo.
Anything that law says, I have to follow it like that.
Yes. So that is why when the auditor said due process was not followed, this is what they meant. The required documentation to spend public funds were not followed. Do you agree with that? Yes.
What I have learned from the law hearing,
audit report
I don't see that law on that report, audit report to quote it.
This one. Argument based.
This is why I base my argument. To say there is no procedure that I don't know on the law side. To say we should follow this. This is why I was resisting. I don't agree.
But with this law,
but what this law,
100%.
It's 100%.
I agree.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jawara.
Thank you.
This is what we expect. And this is the spirit of the commission. So that we all know where we are standing. That issue is done and dusted. But just to clarify on one point, did they refund the money?
Yes,
the money was refunded.
But left out.
Yes, go ahead, please. Yes.
But I want to explain how this money was refunded. They say they will pay cash.
Because from 2018.
For me, since 2018.
Or beyond that.
Apart from that CEO's withdrawal.
Statement.
My name is not in that statement.
Whenever
I'm withdrawing monies from the account, however small they are, I have to accompany it with 4 community members. They write the monies, the name of the treasury, and it is witnessed. When this money was given to me in cash, I told them, no, you have to go and deposit this money. Because I want these monies to reflect on the account. For that to be sure that it is withdrawn and it is refunded, deposited. That is how it was done.
To be fair to you, this is the only time we have seen, or I have seen, that the audit report mentioned your ward. That there was a withdrawal of $100,000 without following due process. I didn't see any. If I had seen any, I would have confronted you with that. So you said it was deposited back to the account.
Yes.
Do you recall by who? Do you have a copy of the account?
Ako koronyi ananga mo foya copy of
The transaction?
Wala ko tabata nyame ikolosu.
Yes, statement of Vijay.
Yes, I have the statement here.
Can we kindly see the statement?
Ako phone sa jeno ba?
Afele.
Is that the cash deposit by Navakurubali on the in November 2021?
Yes.
Ako phone na kita ko to wala ko ndaba kurubali adundi in November 2021.
This is a photocopy?
Ako nyum photocopy liti.
No, ngaso the bank total. I think maybe it is a photocopy.
Maybe it's a photocopy.
Honorable Commissioners, we apply to tender the statement of account, Basse branch, Basse Angle footer. Is it angle footer or angle footer?
Angle footer.
Angle footer. Santa Su. Sabi Ward Development Committee, is that correct?
Yes.
Which bank is this?
Vista.
Vista Bank. Into evidence as an exhibit.
Ako sa ate ko kala fo kanyin kay to ning statement on ning kadundi commission do
The
ka.
statement covers 2nd January 2018 through 31st December 2022.
The statement of account for Basse Area Council, for Basse Area Council, which is the Sabi Ward Development Committee, covering the period covering the period 2nd January 2018 through to 31st of December 2022, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/YJ/BSAC/002.
As the Commission places. Do you have anything else to say, sir?
Then sort he'll have to amend for our.
Yeah, regarding Ning area.
Yes,
Or maybe,
before you make a speech, let me ask you a question first.
Ako dan di besang for but ay ni karo sort after ni karo men.
Yes, as councillor from 2018, you said you finished in 2023, right?
Ako councillor ila kumakawol ko ya follow 2018 but yet not happen 2023.
As a councillor of Sabi Ward.
Ako bayro lang itala mo Sabi Ward la councilor.
How many projects were implemented during your period?
Ako itala sabi ila tundoto ako yuruwa dogu jalle kata je itala wato kono.
By council or by my own effort?
Collective, you know,
I want to know.
councillor, so obviously you work with the council to implement projects.
Ako bayro ni aju ite mu councilor ti so ite ni council le ka kafunyola ka yuruwa fe dogo ke alla tundoto.
Yeah, nga council project call mansia back but in the form of effort mulke ka project call na.
I want to make it clear here is that council's projects are not many, but me myself I do initiate projects in my area.
Because from 2018 kana 2023.
From 2018 till up to 2023.
Multata bohol nani.
For about 4 boreholes.
Nga ustinneje.
I dug them therein.
In Sabi Ward, how many villages are in Sabi Ward?
Ako itala tundo to Sabi. Ako sate jallebeje.
Sase tanning konon dolebeje.
19 villages.
Now, during your budgets,
Ako wato men na alkapa jeto da.
in each of the years that you have spent at the council,
Ako sangosang itala wato kono kake kansuloti.
do you propose some projects to be implemented?
Ako
For
fo
Sabi Ward?
ika project jamal propose le jamo. Wote fo ika project call propose jele ba. Wala bi yuru aka fo fen ko do ko men nyanta kala itala ma fa wala fo ika dol ke jele ba.
Ha, nga kena.
Yes, I do.
Can you give us evidence of the proposals?
Ako
you
fo
have made for the
isuo
development
fen
of
ko sedira mo soto banka itande ko ha aketale wala ika kele.
Are they costed when you submit them? Are they costed?
Ako
Yes.
kabri dundi fo e haymale banka long jelle nyanta o dogula.
Can you bring?
Yes.
Can you submit to this commission from 2018 to date the plans?
Ako abela fere men na
Just what you
sa
said.
plan sol me alko yata pour ila tundo to e la fere wala pour isi wol samana commission to yes submit ka itandila.
Ila soft copy be mbulu jana nim break tan sa print out.
Yes, during break time I'll print out. I'll do the print out.
But how do we ascertain that these were the ones that you submitted to the council
Ako bar sa
for them to
dol
incorporate in the budget that they
belala la nyaade le ko
prepared?
ay may